Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mohammad Ismail, Department of Zoology, JT College, Malegaon. In this video, we are going to discuss about stereoisomerism. It is the second part of the video. The first video in that we have discussed about isomerism, isomers and its types in carbohydrates. It is the second part of that video. So let's start. The first thing we are going to see is what is stereoisomerism. Actually, it is the phenomena in which the atoms in a molecule are differently oriented in space. This is actually a phenomena in which the atoms in a molecule are differently oriented in space, and this concept is known as stereoisomerism. Now look at this figure. In this figure we can see that four different atoms or molecules are attached with a centrally placed carbon atom. In both the figures you can easily identify that the orientation of atoms which are attached to centrally placed carbon atoms are different. So this concept is known as stereoisomerism. Now, what is isomers or stereoisomers? Stereoisomers are differing only in the way that the atoms are oriented in space. They have same molecular formula, same structure, but differ only in spatial configuration, means how the atoms are attached to the centrally placed carbon atom is known as spatial configuration. Or stereoisomers have the same molecular formula. Stereoisomers have the same molecular formula and sequence of bonded atoms, means constitution of the molecule, but they differ only in the three-dimensional orientation of their atoms in space. Now, there are two types of stereoisomers. One is optical stereoisomer or optical isomer, and another one is the geometrical isomer. Now, the first one is optical isomers. Optical isomers are the type of stereoisomers where the isomers appear as mirror images of each other around a symmetric carbon atom. The number of asymmetric carbon atoms determines the possible isomer of a given compound, which is equal to 2 raised to n. For example, glucose contains 4 asymmetric carbon atoms and thus it has 16 isomers. Glyceraldehyde has been chosen as the reference carbohydrate to represent the structure of all other carbohydrates. It is the simplest monosaccharide with one asymmetric carbon atom, so it has two stereoisomers. It exists as two stereoisomers, okay, and it used as a reference carbohydrate for all remaining carbohydrates. Now look at this figure. In glyceraldehyde, carbon number 2 is asymmetric carbon atom. The hydroxyl group is to the right side and hydrogen atom is to the left side of the carbon atom. In a D-glyceraldehyde form. This one is the L form in this. The hydroxyl group is at the left side while hydrogen group is at the right side. Okay, so that's why the left side of glyceraldehyde is L-glyceraldehyde and the right side figure of glyceraldehyde is the D-glyceraldehyde, because the hydroxyl group is present right side to the centrally placed carbon atom. In such cases, the orientation of hydrogen atom and hydroxyl group around the lowermost asymmetric carbon atom is considered for determination of D and L forms, and these D and L forms are called as enantiomer. And this condition is basically considered for sugars with two or more asymmetric carbon atom. If suppose a sugar which contain more than two asymmetric carbon atom, in that or in such cases the orientation or the attachment of hydrogen or hydroxyl group around the lowermost asymmetric carbon atom is considered for the determination of D and L forms. Okay, so these D and L forms are known as enantiomers. These D and L forms are known as enantiomers. Now, what are the enantiomers? Enantiomers are the stereoisomers or optical isomers that are mirror images of each other and are non-superimposable, means they are not identical, much as one's left and right hands are the same but opposite. Just like our hands, the right hand and the left hand are the same but they are opposite. So enantiomers are the optical isomers because they are mirror images of each other and they are non-superimposable. The D and L isomers are mirror images of each other. The spatial orientation of hydrogen and hydroxyl group on the carbon number 5 of glucose, that is adjacent to the terminal primary alcohol carbon, determines whether the sugar is D or L, because glucose contains more than one asymmetric carbon atom. So carbon number 5 is chosen for the determination of D and L form or enantiomers. Majority of monosaccharides found in human body are D type. Now look at this figure. It is the D-glucose because the hydroxyl group is present on the right side of the carbon skeleton. That's why it is dextrorotatory, and in this structure the hydroxyl group is present on the right side of the carbon atom. Okay, and look at this figure. In this figure the hydroxyl group is present on the left side of the carbon skeleton. That's why it is the levorotatory or L-glucose. In D-glucose, the hydroxyl group at carbon number 5 is present on the right side of the carbon skeleton, while in L-glucose or levorotatory, the hydroxyl group at carbon number 5 is present on the left side of the carbon skeleton. Look both the structure, both are mirror images of each other and are non-superimposable, so both are the enantiomers. Now the next concept is geometrical isomers or it is also known as diastereomers. Geometrical isomers are stereoisomers that are not mirror images of each other. In enantiomers or in optical isomer, we have seen that the enantiomers are mirror images of each other, but geometrical isomers are also stereoisomers, but they are not mirror images of each other. Due to their different shapes, geometrical isomers can have different physical and chemical properties. Geometrical isomers are also known as cis-trans isomers. Cis-trans isomers are stereoisomers, that is, pair of molecules which have the same formula, same chemical formula, but whose functional group are rotated into a different orientation in a three-dimensional space. If the functional groups are present on the same side of the carbon atom or carbon chain, it is known as cis. And in trans condition or trans isomer, the functional groups are present on the opposite side of the carbon chain. In cis, the functional groups are present on the same side, while in the trans, the functional group are present on the opposite side of the carbon skeleton. Now look at this figure. This one is the fumaric acid. It's the best example of geometrical isomer, fumaric acid and malic acid. So in this figure, this one is the fumaric acid, and in this, the functional group is on the opposite side of the carbon chain. That's why it is a trans isomer. And this one is the cis isomer of fumaric acid. Cis isomer of fumaric acid means it is the malic acid, and look in this figure, both the functional group are present on the same side of the carbon skeleton. So both these are not mirror images, but they are geometrical isomers. Okay, so this one is the second type of stereoisomers or stereoisomers. So these are the stereoisomers. Optical, in this we have seen enantiomer and geometrical isomer. I hope the video is informative for you. In the next lecture, we will see the next part of geometrical isomer, its type, epimer and anomers. Thank you. Thank you so much.